G'day, my name's Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia. Now, the time is it's almost 20 to 11 in the morning. I'm running a little bit late, but we've got our pork ready. I've got some of the apple juice into here. So what I'll do is I'll quickly get some into the beast injector. Now, the reason why I haven't put all of it in there yet, like the whole container, if I don't need the whole container, there's no point putting all this into that jar. Now, if I need another top up, I'll put another top up in there. We'll have a look at the beef as you go along. I will start the smoker up after I prepare all this, so that will give this time to set, to get to room temperature, and also get the apple juice to do its job. Now I'm going to be putting it onto a different tray. I'm just putting it onto this one as I'm doing for the injection part. Now so far she looks pretty good. The moisture's come out a fair bit. But that rub looks good on it. Now, using this cloth here to keep the gloves all semi-clean, we want to have a quick look at this. Now that has a fat cap. It's been covered quite nicely. And you can see the moisture coming out, but we'll see if we need any more rub on it as we go along. So now let's get this squirted in there. So figure out the right spots to put it in and try to get it so it can go underneath the fat cap as well. Go to there, I'd say. You can see it raised there. I'll go over this side. Wow, that's impressive. I like this mug. I'll show it to you when I finish. That was pretty, that soaked up all that, which is quite good. Not much has come out at all. Another reason why I do it in a container like this, if there's not much wasted, it's fine. I'll probably put that into the bowl underneath with a little bit of water. Let's find another spot. It's not going to disturb that. On this side we haven't gone too much. And do I put it in the same spot so if I can get it to there? No. Whoops. I think that should do the job. Pretty sure. It's starting to come out the bottom, but that's okay. Don't mind that. That turned out quite well. What I'll do is I'll probably a bit more rub onto this now. And then we'll get the smoker fired up. Put another layer of rub on because we're going to smoke this, say, well, hopefully from 11 o'clock. If we smoke it from 11 o'clock, it will come out quite nice actually. Yeah, all that rub's coming off, which is annoying because of the apple juice coming out, but I can always put more rub on as well before I put it in the smoker. I'll put it on this side, I put this side down, and I put the fat side up, and I'll put more rub on the on there. Now, next thing, I'll get the smoker fired up, and actually I'll get the tray. I'll put it onto the tray, and then I can finish up putting the rest of the rub on. And I'll put I'll put all these juices into the container. I'm going to put it on the tray. So we'll be back. Okay, now we've got this tray. Now what I'm going to do here, I want to put on this tray the pork, right? So it's going to sit there with the fat side up, and all the juices will eventually go into here. It's been sprayed. So what I'll do with the rest of the apple juice, pour that into there, right? So this is the mug I've got. I like this mug. It's not easy being a mug. So that is ready. So this has been pretty much marinated, also marinated. It's been seasoned. So I'll take this and put it on there. We want that to smoke. We want that flavour, all any juices, anything to fall straight into that bowl. So we don't want to waste any of this. I had all that marinade on there. I probably should have used some what's on this, but since you're putting the liquid in there, it does make it a bit harder. But I really want to give this a nice coating so it gives a nice bark. So all this will be, it's going to be pull apart, but I want the burnt bits really to come into the game itself. Now all this here is pure flavour. Don't need to waste any of that. That will go into there, and that will also help keep the pork moist as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'll take this downstairs and I'll put the smoker on now. I do hope you like this video, and if so, please subscribe. Okay, she's almost at 235. Now I want to do is let this temperature sit for a little bit. Let's see if it's a stable temperature. That looks about right. Now I'm going to put this meat in, and I'll probably take it out about 5 o'clock at the latest. Or at the earliest, I should say. Then I'll wrap it for at least half hour to an hour. I'll put the thermometer in about 2 hours. Probably 1 o'clock I'll probably put the thermometer in just to get, so I can keep an eye on the temperature. Now I just want to make sure this temperature tries to stay around about that 235 mark. So we'll drop this in now. That looks nice in there. Now we'll just have a look at just keep an eye on that temperature. Well, time is about just 12 past 11 now, and I was before, and about to say 12 past 1, I will put the thermometer in, and we'll start keeping an eye on the temperature, the internal temperature from then on. As soon as it hits that, the internal temperature hits that 205 mark, that's when it's basically classified as pulled bark and it should be ready. We'll have a look at the bark as well, we'll keep an eye on that, and if we need to, we'll crank the temperature up accordingly. Now she's got 238 at the moment. Should be only 235, so I'm hoping that will knock down, that will go back down again. Okay, we'll continue on. Not as windy as yesterday. Okay, welcome back. Now she's been sitting in here for 2 hours. We'll do a quick zoom in, and we're going to put the temperature gauge in. That looks quite nice actually. Starting to get a bit of bark on the outside, so we'll just quickly check the temperature now. Now the food temperature is sitting at 126. And what we'll do is we're going to let that, when this temperature gets to 205, that's when it should be cooked. I'll leave it on the on that little temperature at the moment at 235, but when it gets to 205, that's when it should be perfectly ready. And probably at 3 o'clock, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, I may probably put the vegetables in then, and if it needs to be cranked up the temperature, I'll crank the temperature up, but we'll keep an eye on the internal temperature. Every hour we'll just come and check push the button, make sure she's still sitting at 235 here, because it's gotten really cold now. I might even have to you might have to increase that to 240 or 250 even. If I want to get that really good bark on it. But we'll sit on 235 for the time being, and 2 o'clock we'll check out the internal temperature and see what the difference is from what this temperature has, how much has gone up in over an hour, and we'll go from there, shall we? Okay, welcome back. It's almost 15 past 2. Now it's moderately cold outside. This temperature still stayed the same at 235 Fahrenheit. The internal temperature of the food is 146. It was about, when I checked it last time an hour ago, it was 137. So it's gone up by about 9 Fahrenheit. I'm not going to open it, not touching that at all. That's going to smoke. As I said before, the only reason why I open up is just to put the temperature gauge in, and that's it. That's the only time I really do it. So I really want that smoke to really get in there and stay in there. I don't want to open up and then have to get cooling it down and stuff like that when you're looking at it. So we'll check it again in another hour. Welcome back. Now the external temperature is 235. The food temp is 154. The time is just after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, it's probably we'll continue to let this smoke, and we're not going to open up probably. See what the temperatures at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, the internal temperature of the meat should say, and seeing if we need to crank it up or whatnot. We might open up about 4 or 5 o'clock, I don't know yet. We'll see how we go. Okay, it's just after 4 o'clock. Temperature's still sitting on at that 236. 235, but oh well. And it's now gone up to 159. Now, going to 160. So I've still got to go up another 45 Fahrenheit to go. So I'm thinking, do I leave it in the smoker like this? I'll have a quick look at the meat. Don't like to do this, but we're going to have a quick look at the meat, and then we'll make our mind up. Do we crank the temperature up, or do we leave it as it is? Because I really want to get that 205 inside zone on. It's looking really good. The bark's looking nice on it. What I might do is turn the temperature up to I really want that 150. I'll see how it looks like about 5 o'clock, I reckon. What I'll do is I'll go up to 250 for the next 2 hours and see what the temperature does then. So what we'll do is we're going to put up the 250 and we'll let that run for 2 hours. Probably 5 o'clock. I'll get the veggies organised now. I don't think we're gonna. Yeah, I won't put it in that juices. I'll get a separate bowl and I'll get the veggies organised, and I'll pop when they're ready. I'll just probably pop them in on the side there just to cook for about 2 hours. Okay, now in this bowl I've got fennel, which is sliced, onion, which is sliced, garlic, which is peeled, and then tomato, a bit of salt and pepper, and I've got this sauce on top of that, just to make a little sauce up in there, but also get the smoky flavour onto these vegetables. It's 20 past 4 now. What I'm going to do is put this in the smoker, and hopefully by say 6 o'clock to 6:30, this all should be ready with the meat. Okay, now the food temperature is 162. It's sitting on 250 at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw this vegetable thing in. Now when I did the hamburgers, the tomato really soaked up that smoky flavour and it really enhanced it. Actually made the tomato better. But what I've done here is when I put all the veggies together so they'll cook hopefully in 2 hours time, say 6 o'clock the latest. I want to get everything ready. These should be ready and be perfect flavour to go with everything else. Now it's going to be a bit awkward. I'll try to put this into here if I can. It's looking really good, that bit of meat. I should turn it over, but I'm going to leave it like that because I want the fat cap to melt down and take all that. Okay, so now, well, hopefully we'll have a check at the temperature. We'll check the internal temperature again at 5 o'clock. The veggies I'm not going to worry about. I'm not going to open up again till at least 6 o'clock. Just want to check internal temperature. It's gone up to 162. We wanted the internal temperature of that meat to be 205. Okay, it's about 4 to 5. Now it's still sitting on 250, but Yeah, the food temperature is sitting on 165. It still needs to go up another 40. I might increase the temperature and have a quick. I don't really want to do this, but have a quick look at it. Yep, that's beautiful. What I'm going to have to do is I might increase the temperature up to say 300 for an hour and see if I can get that food temperature up. Yeah, it's just taking on. I want to sit over half and wait for the night. But I want to just go. I'll probably crank it up to say 300, and we'll see what that turns out for an hour. I'll let that sit on 300. Yeah, and 6 o'clock. I'll 5:30 I'll quickly check the temperature. And 6 o'clock, then I'll check the temperature again. I really want that internal temperature, that meter, to be 205. Not much more I can do than that. Just wait, might get a beer and just sit back and relax. G'day, welcome back. Now, the internal temperature is 298. I was just checking before, but I opened it up and had a quick look. But it's going back to 300. The meat temperature is 190. I've still got another 15 more Fahrenheit to go. We'll have a quick look at it. I'll zoom in. I don't like doing this, but it's pretty much ready, except for that's it there. I pretty much wanted that temperature as before to be 205, so I'm going to leave this sit for another half hour, see what the internal temperature actually gets to of the meat, and if it keeps on increasing. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to increase the temperature of the cooker itself. So we'll check it in half an hour, shall we? Okay, welcome back. Now I did cheat. At 15 past 6 I put it onto 325. So the internal temperature now is 200. It's pretty much where I want to be. I could try to get up to get an extra 5 degrees, but Fahrenheit I should say. But what I want to try to do now is taking it because the internal temperature is probably about 12 or 13, maybe 14 at the moment. And that's probably, I think, what affected the smoking temperature in that. But what I'm going to do is take this out. What I might do is turn the temperature back down to about 225. Just let that wind itself down. Because this, even up to here, you feel the heat. In here. Like this part here is really, really hot. Well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the thermometer, then take out the meat, wrap it up, and then we'll put it into an esky. I'm happy with the internal temperature, 200. Yeah, it's going up still, which is good. But I'm actually, we'll see how she goes, how she looks now, because I think it's dark. It's dark enough. So what we'll do is we're going to wrap this up, silver foil with this around it. Then I've got an esky here that is going to basically put it into the esky, or the cooler they call it in America. First of all, we've got to take this thing out. Oh, come on. This thing always have trouble taking that thing out. I'm hoping it's going to be hot enough now. Now here comes the harder part. I'll just lift it out, will be good. I definitely think that's well cooked. Oh, that's nicely cooked. And you got all this, some of this I might pour onto there. Just that. The rest of it, now we're going to quickly wrap this up and we'll go from there. Now we want to let this rest at least half an hour, maybe an hour. I could probably leave it there longer. If I left it on that temperature, as I said before, I probably could have left it longer, but I'm not going to worry about that. Now I'll drop it into here. I'll let that sit in there for about half hour to an hour, and hopefully that will be ready by 7 o'clock at the earliest, and yeah, we'll go from there. Now the veggies, now that's all that liquids from left over from that. Don't know what I could do with anything of that. There's a bit of the fat from the pork and that in there, so I'm not going to overly worry about that. I'll have a taste of it and see what it's like, and we'll go from there. The veggies on the other hand, oh, that looks cooked, but we're going to keep probably the veggies in the smoker. Well, that definitely looks cooked, so what I'll do is I'll get everything organised, put everything inside. I'll let the smoker go down to 225, and then I'll switch the smoker off. Okay, now I've got in the veggies out. This is what's left of the sauce. There's most of it's probably around the veggies, but this sauce is really nice and spicy. This is all cooked. It's beautiful, tastes well, it smells good. What I'm going to do with this, there's not much there. I'm going to add that into the pork when it's when I unwrap it all and start pulling it apart. Should be another 15 minutes, and we should have tea. Okay, welcome back. Now I've got the meat sitting in here. It's been sitting in there for 15 minutes. There's a little bit of sauce from the veggies there. I'm going to add that into the meat because that is a nice sauce. So we're going to unwrap this. It's been 50 minutes, so we'll see how we go.
There's no way I'm going to be able to prevent it. And I think something just happened recently where a gentleman tried to kiss Kim's butt. And those guys probably had the same protocol as what we had here. And that would have never happened if you kind of had a normal...
Well, she still feels really warm, which is quite nice. We'll let it go for an hour. Now we'll see. I'll unwrap this now. I have to unwrap it off camera, but that's okay. Well, that is still very, very hot. And you can see the bark on that. Now this is the juices, probably what I've poured in there, but this is the juices that's left from there. Just pour that into there. Now the trick is going to be how much I can let this will pull apart. That's the trick. So let's give it a crack. And it's definitely well cooked. It's going to be hard because I'm going to try to,
Thanks so much for joining us.
oh yeah. It's going to be very hard because the camera's in the really hard spot. I probably could have cooked it a bit longer maybe. Oh no, she's pulling apart nicely. It's just the angle I've got to do it on. So what we're going to do is shred this apart. You can see the steam coming off it. Oh, that's cooked all the way through. So what we'll do is keep shredding that apart. I probably could have left it rest a little bit longer, but I'm hungry. And that steam, well, now that's the underneath of it. Smoke rings there, you can see that quite clearly there. Yeah, well, that's just falling apart, which is fantastic. This is what I wanted. I probably could have left it at least for a little bit longer and then rested a little bit longer, but that's okay. Yeah, just even those two bits of things. But I'll continue on shredding this apart in a minute. But we want a bit with a bark on. Look at that. You can see the steam coming off. I've got the veggies in the oven. That will also go with this dish. Plus we've got some spuds to go as well. So a quick smell. Smell of plastic. My gloves really. Taste test. That is quite nice. I think I'm going to falls apart nicely. That apple did its job. I'll put it on the plate and you have a look at it on the plate. It's quite nice. Okay, welcome back. Now, as you can see, that's what I got on my plate. There's not much left of it. After me and Mum got stuck into it. But it tastes nice. I'm kind of impressed with it. I like the veggies as well. That's going to add extra flavour into the meat as well. And I've got a couple of spuds there as well. Anyway, my name is Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, signing off. Thank you again for watching my videos, and all comments are welcome. You all have a great day now.